Hello everybody, I'm Lieutenant Trey Monroe, lead instructor for Recruit Class 143. We are just wrapping up our 11th week of training. So far we've already accomplished our emergency medical technician training, and we are on week 2 of our firefighting portion of the recruit school. Today we're going to be working with our self-contained breathing apparatus and the proper way to wear and inspect our self-contained breathing apparatus. So our recruits this morning are going to be practicing putting all of their gear on. They're going to get completely dressed in their turnout gear, and they will put their SCBA on, seatbelt themselves, and then simulate coming out responding to a call. Once they're seatbelted, they're allowed to step out of the engine, and then they'll put their SCBA mask on and begin to breathe air. This portion of the training is important because this is the basics, the bare minimum basics of what we do here in the fire service, and we have to execute the basics perfectly. Part of executing the basics is practicing. So we practice this drill for 4 or 5 hours out of the day just to make sure that we're proficient at our job at its true basics. Because we're so early in recruit training, we haven't started the actual pulling of hand lines or throwing ladders yet. We have to practice on getting down the basics of getting dressed properly. So as you'll see here shortly, one of our recruits will begin the process of getting dressed, and as she does that, she's going to don her SCBA hood, her PPE hood. She's going to don her pants and suspenders to ensure that her whole body is encapsulated and protected from anything that may happen during a fire. So this portion of testing is timed. So she has a limited amount of time in order to get dressed completely, get herself into the fire engine, and get herself seatbelted, and then exit the rig safely. Everything that we do with a purpose. We move rapidly, but we move safely. As long as we're doing things the proper way, then we try to minimize the amount of stress put on the body and minimize the amount of wear and tear on ourselves and our equipment. Okay. Okay, so time officially stops as she signals to the instructor that she's completed. She throws her hands up and signals that she's done. As you can see, this is a very rapid process. We like to make it so that we're underneath the 3-minute mark. 3-minute mark, that's the benchmark that we set for the recruits. And obviously as your career progresses, you learn how to do this quickly, and it becomes second nature to you. We want to instill that good muscle memory for the proper way to put on your gear and the proper way to take off your gear. If you want to take a look over here, here we have one of our technicians are testing one of our recruits now on how to properly inspect your self-contained breathing apparatus to ensure that it's working properly and all of the system checks are working. The last thing you want to have happen is for you to be ready to enter into a fire scenario and your SCBA is not working properly. So every day it is up to us to check our equipment to make sure it's safe and working properly. So we test the recruits on each step in each process on how to properly maintain your equipment. If there's a deficiency found during the morning checks, then we send our SCBA in for repair. But we want to make sure that all of our equipment is working properly. So we test the recruits. We have 4 different scenarios going on today. We have our donning and doffing, which is our getting dressed portion. We have the daily inspection. We also have as you can hear, the SCBA is in full alarm right now. That's to let everybody know if a firefighter is down motionless, we have an alert that goes off, and that's to alert other firefighters that there's one of our own that's down. If we transition upstairs, we also have a scenario that is a down firefighter. So one of our recruits will hear that alert. They'll go find the down firefighter and they will connect their SCBA, their self-contained breathing apparatus, to the down firefighter to supply them with air if the down firefighter is out of air. So we have a lot of different stations going on today. We have a lot of training going on today. It's really good, really important for our recruits to understand the basics of what we do here in the fire service, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Thank you.